Welcome to Men's Roundtable Talk, where men's voices are heard. Your host, Lamarck J. Thomas, and accompanied by Dr. Edward Boyd and Dr. Rui Stevens. And now, Men's Roundtable Talk.
Well, I'm here in the studio. It's like I don't know what's going on here. But let's see if we can hide this. There we go. I'm here. Alright, good to see y'all on tonight. We're at our men's round table. Yes, indeed. We are definitely in our men's round table. Certainly we're happy for each of you that are here with us on tonight as we move forward with the show. Topic tonight, church girl versus club girl. That's what we're going to deal with tonight. Before we get started, I want to touch some things about EEFI Television Network. We're actually moving toward television. So many of you need to go get Roku, Apple TV, Apple TV, Amazon, Fire TV, and Samsung TV. Download the app, EEFI Networks. Soon we will not be on Facebook Live anymore. We'll be completely television only. Houston, Texas, channel 38. Comcast and DirecTV, we will be there. Yes, we will be there on regular TV. Yes, and upon being upon regular TV, we won't hardly deal with Facebook and other little platforms anymore. We'll be strictly bound to TV. I hope y'all had a good weekend, and I want to say to many of you, Happy Mother's Day. And that's for mothers who have earned Mother's Day, not mothers who are in progress of becoming a mother, but a mother who is a mother who have raised and done their job with their children. They're grown and gone and now in the grandma status and the granddaddy status. I want to say to all of you, Happy Mother's Day. To the rest, let's say Happy Mom's Day to you. Let's say Happy Mom's Day. Listen, y'all stay tuned. We got a hot topic that's coming up this week here. A young man who was shot down and killed by an officer right in my hometown, Shreveport, Louisiana. Very close family to a friend to our family. Certainly we want to get this story out and cover it. And you'll be hearing from us on this week. My eyes seem to be burning for some reason. I don't know. There's nothing in the air that I know of, but I do know my allergies. So, hey, if you see me wiping my eyes, I'm just like you, suffering with allergies. I want to get off into the show. We're supposed to have a guest on tonight with us. I'm sure she'll be with us shortly. And we're going to deal with this topic, church girls not church girls gone wild. That should be a topic that I should put up next, but we want to deal with church girl versus club girls tonight, part 2. And I'm wanting to get off into what's the difference between the church girls versus the club girls. Last week we had a very interesting time with this show, speaking on the concerns of the club girls looks like to be holding up stronger than the church girl. The church girls seem to be losing their husband, and the club girls seem to be holding on to their husband. Their husband remaining faithful to them, the club girls, while the church girl husband is running wild on them. And don't be fooled tonight. It ain't just the husband running wild. There's some of these church girls running wild too, doing some good business and bad business behind the scenes. The churches have become a thug entity. It's almost as if God has just simply just told the church whatever is left, survive in it or die with it. Uh, some of you that will hearing this story now, I'm sure you would understand where I'm coming from with this. Church girls versus club girls seem to be more prosperous in the club than they are in the church. Church girls seems to be losing on every hand. Club girls seem to be gaining and gaining grounds on. Would I disturb you tonight if I told you that most preachers, deacons do not want to be married to a church girl? I've done my homework. Believe me, I won't mislead you. They don't even want to be bothered with a church girl at all. They don't want to have anything to do with a church girl. Good evening, Miss Woodard. Good to see you on here. They don't even want to have anything to do with a church girl. Why is it that the church men don't want to have anything to do with a church girl, but all the business is dealing with a club girl? Now, most of you would say he with that club girl because she gonna be with him and give it up and do all the necessaries and all of this and this. Let me tell you something. Church girls give it up faster than the club girls do. I've been in church all my life. I've been around church girls. Yes, I've been around them and dealing with them. Yeah, church girls. Please believe me. And they are not all bad girls, but majority of them are bad girls, especially when they get scarred. They're in church to get married. Church girls are in church to get married. And most of them that are in the church is because they're usually scarred. But when they get in there and the man that they want don't want them, you know rejection is an ugly thing. It's horrible to the girls in the street, but it's horrific to the girl in the church. Church girls do not do well with it's not going to work. We can't get married. You and I, no, we're not going to be. Because she done went all the way in. She done took off her clothes. She done got in the bed. She done did everything that she can do. So you can't tell her no. And then when you tell her no, oh boy, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. They're going to tear you up. I'm going to tell you right now, church girl would destroy you. Don't be no pastor. If you don't believe it, just check some of these pastors and some of these musicians out. You didn't marry them, they went down there and hollered rape on you. I got too many pastors that went down to jail and got out on bond and went through the whole bayou and found out that your church girl was hurt because he chose not to be with her and she had to give up her body to him. She gonna destroy him, destroy the church and everything that is connected to him. Now, don't think near time that I'm upholding this brother. Don't think near time that I am upholding the brother for being intimate with her, taking her body, being sexually active with her. Don't think I'm upholding him or her. Now time, him, brother, for being sexually active with the church girl and then reject her and hurt her. I think she should tell her father, her brothers, and her uncles, and all of them should go down there to the church and see the pastor. First of all, you're supposed to be teaching holiness. You have no business in between my sister, my niece, my auntie, or my mother's legs until you are married. So I do not condone a pastor sleeping around with a church girl and the church girl winds up hurt. But I do see that in the church, these church girl is running these men and pastors down, trying to be in a relationship, trying to marry him, and the worst part, and I'm going to say this because I am a pastor and residing over several churches all across the United States. Married to one of us is a nightmare. I'm going to put that on the table for anybody that want to know anything about pastoral on a massive level. Any woman that's married to a pastor, sign her name to uncomfortable situations day and night. First of all, a man that's married to a woman and she's the pastor's wife, she has to feel the agony and the pain of the members of that church where he pastored. She wants to go out to Ruth Chris and eat, and a member called and said, Pastor, we're having problems here at the house, and we're heading to a difficult situation. We're heading to a bad situation, and this is happening. And Pastor had to say, honey, we can't go to dinner. We got to go to brother and sister so-and-so house and pray with them because they're at odds, they're arguing, and possibly domestic violence is taking place. A woman that is married to the pastor goes through a lot. She has a lot she has to deal with. While you in the bed at night and sleep, the pastor sitting up on the side of the bed. We can't often make love to our wife because we got you on our minds. Being a pastor's wife ain't no joke. Oh, you love the glamorous because you want to be the first lady. There is no such thing as first ladies in the church. You love being that woman with the big hat and the coat and the big purse and the heel, and the women's looking up to you. And the club girl got more to tell the girl that's going through something than the pastor's wife, the church girl now. This the church girl that's going through hurt and pain and agony and sorrow. She's so hurt because she can't get nothing through until now. She's just an empty shell sitting in the front and the first lady chair looking at you, smiling to you, but she tore all up on the inside. Y'all want a pastor? Y'all want to be a pastor's wife? You really don't want that. And I can tell you some deeper things about being a pastor's wife and what a pastor's wife goes through, but that's not the topic today. The topic today is church girl versus club girls. The club girl looks to be more stronger than a church girl any day now. A church girl argues, constantly looking to be heard and seen and recognized. A club girl don't care if you call her name or not. A club girl don't mind not being recognized. I never seen so many women in the church that want to be recognized so bad. You better now call Mary's name and Susan's name and Martha sitting in the middle, and you don't call Martha's name, boy, you gonna get it. I was sitting right there between the both of them, and you didn't call. She wants that notoriety. She wants to be heard. How come we can't just see you in action rather than hearing your mouth? I ain't putting down no church girl, I'm just telling you. But at this moment, church girl, they so hurt so bad now till they done jumped into pastoral seats. They want to lead the women now. What woman in her right mind want another woman leading her? I'm just going to talk, put it on the table. This men's round table talk. Topic tonight is church girl versus club girl. What woman want another woman leading her? And most men, we are sick of women who can go talk to their girlfriend and go talk to their mothers and their sisters, but won't come talk to the husband, won't come talk to the man. And you wonder why we don't want to be in a marriage, in a relationship with you, because you have a better relationship with your mother, you have a better relationship with your sister, you have a better relationship with your friend, and the same thing you tell your friend, you can't tell the man that you want to be married to, the man you say you love, the man you say you want to spend the rest of your life with. You cannot give him that same comfort and that same conversation. But you can get on the phone and call your girlfriend up. You should be in a relationship with her. Let me be the one to tell you, if you can share more information with the man, with the woman, then with the woman that you have a relationship with, I don't care if your mother or your sisters or your friend, if you can talk to her more about anything than you can talk with the man you laying on the side for every night with, I'm sorry, put the with there instead of for, with, then you need to be in a relationship with them. This is why Jesus said, God amplified it first, said, for every man, let him leave and forsaken his mother and his father and cleave unto her to his wife. And let every woman forsaken her mom and her dad and cleave to her husband. This is what church girls do. They sit in the church and cry to each other, whine and pine to one another. When you gonna go home and talk to your husband about what you don't like done to him? And there's another thing. Quit talking to God about what your husband done and go home and talk to your husband. We waiting to hear you. Would I surprise you if I told you a lot of times men do things to get you to come talk to us? We say things to get you to come talk to us. Would I surprise you tonight if I told you that we did these things just to get you to come talk to us, to get you to share how you feel with us? It's a shame that we as men don't know how you feel, and we're laying on the side of you, married to you day in and day out. Would I surprise you? Would I surprise you by telling you that? This is how men, which I do not condone, a man being out with a hooker and a prostitute, but a prostitute can steal your husband because she knows how to lay his head down on a pillow and talk to him. Y'all think a man going to the hotel, oh, he just going up in there having sex with her. You'll be surprised. 83% of the men who sleep with prostitutes do not sleep with her. They go in the room just to have a conversation. I know y'all don't want to believe it, but I can prove this and bring people on the show to prove to you what I am telling you. And that is this. You can talk to God, but you can't talk to your husband. I got a problem with you women, these church girls, being on prayer line at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. on prayer line at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning and your husband ain't had his breakfast yet. You ain't even gave the man a chance to turn over to get to make love to you. You somewhere talking and praying online and talking to God. How you gonna go past natural and go spiritual? The Bible says first natural, then spiritual. If you can't honor your husband, you sure can't honor the God that you say you serve. I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't gonna joke with you. I'm saying that I've had both sides of the plate. I've dated church women, and I have dated women that are in the club. Have I ever dated a woman in the club while being a presiding bishop, being a presiding apostle, or whatever you call me? Because them titles don't mean nothing, because we're going to leave them all laying on the ground when we close our eyes and get out of here. Let the work speak for you. May the works I do speak for me. I don't care about the titles. Yeah, I got all that. Been to school, whatever. Don't mean nothing to me. Let's put it to work first. Let's see what you can do. That's where I'm at in life. Talk is cheap. Put the work in on it. And so, what if a man goes and have I ever dated where I left off at a club girl? No, I never. While I was but I dated them while I was in the streets. And I seen the difference, and I left good girls alone to come to church, to do the right thing in the church, just to get a scarred woman that caused the most agony and problem in my life. And these men with it, Lord have mercy. Talk to your husband, ladies. Talk to your husband. They'll tell you. They'll tell you what I'm telling you is true and it's fact. Church girls. I left the street girl alone who I was having peace with, going and eat. I didn't have to worry about I didn't have to worry about my dinner. I didn't have to worry about my clothes being dropped off at the cleaners. I didn't have to worry about her forgetting things. Every day it was a spontaneous move. Now I messed up, did some wrong things, and she would get me and talk to me and tell me all about myself. I didn't like the words she used, the choice of word, but the girl kept me real. Why should I fail her as a man when she have not failed me as a woman? But I left this woman for a church girl. A church girl who is already bamboozled, messed up, scarred, a victim from the streets of life because she didn't listen to her parents, didn't let her father speak to brother and uncles or someone check this man to make sure he was the right man for her. She wanted him because his eyes were green. Ooh, he bow-legged child. And then you wind up scarred, tore up, got children and a child by him. He don't pay child support. Don't spend time with him. All because of your asinine behavior and decisions. You did it. And then you come into church and you believe in God. But at the same time, the truth is you have an hidden agenda in the church. I couldn't win in the street. Let me see if I can get one of these old church boys and capitalize on them. No. I'm not scared. I'm not worried. No. I'm so tired at the round table. I'm being straightforward. And this thing finna get deeper and raw. And Dr. Boyd and Dr. Stevens can't go here. They can't because it can lead to some serious, more than like confusion in their home. And I respect it. But when I'm here, I don't care for my home. We gonna do what God said or we ain't gonna do it at all. That's just where I'm at with this here. I believe it's time for a change. Our children is gone haywire. They are. They're gone haywire. I never seen so many women in the church with children, with their children's father not with them, but they saved and sanctified, filled with the so-called Holy Ghost. They say they got some type of tongue, but the club girl go dancing with her man, twirl around in the floor, come home, cook dinner, go to work or whatever she do, come back, see about her husband, and she still got her. I got a problem when a club girl life look better than a church girl life. I got a problem. Somebody living wrong somewhere. Somebody doing wrong somewhere. I'm just going to put it on the table. That your husband ain't got no business being comfortable talking to another woman. How come he can't talk to you? You that saved? He go, hey honey, he got my, what, man, come on, baby, do better. What's wrong with the church girls? Now they naked. I've had some people to talk to me about that, told me I need to bring that back up. And it's true. The girls in the church now, it is a club. Look how they dress. The disco lights in the church. Done took a whole voice choir down and put 3-4 people up just to sing one song. We done took God and evicted him out of the church. I remember women used to pray churches out. I know you young people might not know that who's watching it, but the women used to pray the churches out. That's what they used to do. They used to pray the churches out. And then when the man showed up to lead, they bagged down and worked with the pastor to help bring the house to a full. You can't have a family without a wife. You can't have a family without a husband. And you can't have a family without children. I'm not finna tell you a family and you on his own, the two of y'all. You're not a family yet. You got to become a family by multiplying. God said, and Jesus was standing right there in Genesis, he said, be fruitful and multiply. If you can't bear cheering women, it's time for you and your husband to go to God, not you. Tell your husband to take you before God and pray over your womb. A club girl get married and have 15 babies. Ain't nothing wrong with her womb, but the church girl can't have babies. What that's all about? Something wrong somewhere. Something wrong somewhere. Something wrong somewhere. What this about? Church girl get to go on vacation and trip. The club girl get to go on vacation and trip. Club girl, only thing she know how to do is go to church on Sunday morning and during the weekend cry, Lord, one of these days you gonna bless me with a hub. If the club girl can get a hub, I know the church girl ought to be married due to the fact that God starts in his own house. Something wrong somewhere. How y'all can't get a husband? See, I've seen so many women's in the church single. I don't even allow women to join Eagle Eye Fellowship International Church without a husband. If she's single, yes. She ain't got no husband, but she got children. Yes, she can come and be a part and join it as a kingdom builder. But if she got a husband and she married, you cannot become a part of this church here without your head speaking. Why? Because your head speaks for you. Your husband speaks for you. How do you go somewhere without your covering you? Your covering is your head. That's your husband. I know y'all don't like this, but the Bible says, remove not the old ancient landmark. The old ancient landmark is the structure of God. Your marriages would not work unless you put God in it. Don't no piece of paper define a marriage. If marriage is defined by God and your behavior. You got to do it God's way, babies. I don't know what else to tell you. You got to do it God's way. There ain't no way you can go around it. You got to go through God. Marriage was ordained by God, not by your pastor, not by some court system, not by some other judiciary system. It's ordained by God in the beginning of time. Two women can't be no family. Some of y'all around here getting into bed with two women and having threesome. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it tonight. Church girl getting in the bed having threesome with the man that they with because he wanted. And you here committing abomination. You and touching another woman and kissing on her and touching her and all that. God ain't told you to do that, and he ain't put no threesome in no bed. He made Adam and Eve. That was it. Fine Steve, he out of place. That's what got him in trouble when the serpent got involved. That was a threesome going on right there. He put the serpent down, put Adam to his to the ground, and told Eve, you gonna be your womb. You gonna carry his seed, and you gonna obey him. Now he gonna have rule over you. Ain't y'all gonna get offline now? Time to obey. You got the club girl obey her husband more than the church girl obey her husband. What the problem is? Yeah, what the problem is? What boy said on Nothing to Lose. What the problem is? The problem is nobody is doing the structure. But tonight, I'm not here to beat you down. I'm here to tell you, if you going to church Sunday after Sunday, week after week, something wrong when the girls who go to the club got more finances in her pocket, got a better job than you got better money than you got a house and you in an apartment, got all of this going for herself, and she don't even come to church, let alone pay her tithes and her offering, and she blessed in you, and you getting on your knees praying to God. That means you are out of structure. That girl might not be saved in the club, but she got the structure on how to be a wife more than you got it, and you in the church. Now imagine if she come out of the club and get in church and be saved, and at the same time doing what she doing with her husband. That girl gonna be a super fire night. You a light with no pad. Church girls, you're becoming outnumbered with the club girl. They're saying, why should we go to church? They dress like us in the church. They look like us in the church. Only difference is I got a husband and I bring him to the church. The church girl trying to steal my husband. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that for a few minutes. The girl that goes to the club don't come to church and bring her husband, and the first thing a church girl said, the Lord said, that's my husband. Now, if that ain't ludicrous, then you tell me what is. How you gonna take somebody else's husband and say God said that's my husband? And that's what's going on in the church with the church girl. They are rolling on top of each other, trying to steal each other's husband. Because all of them tired of being lonely in the bed at night. And nature is right. I don't care how much Holy Ghost you got, how much you say, nature is still at the rise. Nature is still there. You can't get past nature. The Bible says first natural, then spiritual. So how are you going to become above nature, ladies? Help me out, church girls. How can you override nature? I don't care how much Holy Ghost you got. Nature still happens. You can speak in tongues all you want to, and you still coming on your monthly. You can go and fast and pray all you want to, and you still gonna go through certain bodies' experience that females go through. It don't stop because you got saved. The Holy Ghost is a keeper and a helper, not a controller. But you must do the right thing, ladies. Church girl, Y'all should never let a club girl look better than you. You shouldn't have to get naked and wear clothes where we can see your breasts and see them thongs you wear and watch you jump up and down and all of your shapely parts just shaking all over the place. You getting our attention. You're getting the men's attention. But can you get his heart? That's the question. You got the easy part done putting on naked clothes. Any woman that's naked, whether she be a big girl or small girl, a man gonna look at her because she got what we built for to get. He ain't gonna look at her. So yeah, you can put your wigs on, put the umbrella eyelashes on, put your makeup on. You can put all that stuff on that you want. I hear y'all laughing at me. You can put on all them clothes that you feel that you need to put on to get a man's attention. You only gonna get a certain man's attention, and that's a man that's gonna come in and have sex with you and your body, and that's the end of it. He ain't marry you, he ain't getting with you. Why would he bring you home, church girl, when everybody done seen what you got? What is it private about you that says I should keep her because she's private? No, nobody seen. You done been with, Lord have mercy, you done been with John, Peter, Paul. You done been with Larry. You done been with Peaches. Everybody knowing Peaches. You done been with Barry. You done been with Marcus. You done been with Dion. You done been with Andre. You done been with Carrie. You done been with all these men. And you want a man to take you home to be his wife when there is nothing about you that is a secret. There is nothing about you that is a secret, lady. You want somebody to bring you home to make you a wife? I'm talking about you, church girl. A club girl supposed to be acting like a whore if she's a whore because she's not in the church. But y'all make a church girl make, oh Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Listen to me. Listen to me. You church girls. Hold on. I got a call coming in. Hold on a second, caller. Hold on 1 second. You church girl make a club girl look sanctified. That's bad when a girl that's in the club looks sanctified on a church girl. That's bad. But you in the church. That's why the men's in the club getting married and your husband leaving the church and going to getting a woman from the club, marry her, and you sitting up there in church, hot as a firecracker with the two matchsticks like your leg rubbing together. The only exercise and intimacy that you can get is jumping and shouting in the church. That's all the intimacy you got. You can't get no other type of action. Come on, caller. You on there. Come on, caller.
I have to disagree with you, sir.
Well, come on with it.
Some of the things that you're talking about.
Well, come on with it. Come on with it.
Okay, so first of all, when it comes to the church girl and all of the men that you speak that she's been with and all the relationships and you say that she, she's pretty much worn out and then she expects for a man to have her hand in marriage. Well, we really can't put too much pressure on her because men are just the same.
Well, we're not talking about men. No. Wait a moment. Because see, that's the, hold on. Because here's what we going to do. We going to take responsibility tonight. We not going to ship what the man doing. And that's the problem that we have with a lot of the women. They don't want to take responsibility. Well, the men doing it. Tonight, today, and next week, we gonna talk. When it's time for me to deal with the men, don't come. I'm gonna tell the men the same thing. Don't come telling me nothing about no man. I want to talk about, the woman. I want to talk about you, brother. So tonight I'm saying the same thing. Nobody on either side is going to be safe with me. I'm not even safe. Because when I get ready to deal with the men, I'm going to talk about my no good, dirty ways that I was before I came to Jesus. I'm going to talk about how bad of a whoremonger I was, how all the women that I chased down in the church. See, I was part of the problem in the church, messing with the women who were really trying to live saved. See, I'm going to keep it real with you. But tonight, we ain't going to talk about what the men doing. We're going to talk about them women holding up the standards. Because anything after that will be considered rape if a man took her and she didn't give him permission, right?
That's correct.
All right. Now come on with it. Now talk to me now. Come on, talk to me.
It's almost I'm not going to blame men and put a point of finger at men, but I must say this. Most women have those type of actions because of hurt, past hurt. And so because we don't have an answer or a solution in that particular season, then we tend to go from pillar to post because the man, of course, is not going to heal us, and we don't have anybody else, and our girlfriends or somebody that we're going to just vent to because we are emotional creatures. So until we are able to position ourselves to identify the way we self-medicate having sex, then we're going to continue to do it until we get we get tired of ourselves, or until a man actually tells us, or puts us to shame, or maybe 3, we go to the doctor and we find out something wrong with us, or we may get pregnant. There has to be a shift in our lives that takes place in order for us to recognize our fault, to recognize our hurt, because what man do you know is going to come and say, baby, I know you hurt, just let me go on and lay with you tonight, and then I'm going to send you on about your way, and you can do what you do. No, nobody's going to do that. They're going to take and take and take and take, and we're going to continue to give and give and give until we actually have that life-changing experience, because we are emotional creatures. There's no way around it. That's the way we are. So until we have a personal relationship with the Lord, church girls, until we actually admit and not be in denial that this is the part that hurts me, because it takes another person to call out a fault, or it takes you to be in darkness to be recognized by light. Actually, the light to shine into darkness to even recognize what it is.
That's right.
So if a female go to church, and she's going to continue to do this, but blessed be to God for his grace. And so she's going to continue to dress like that. She's going to continue to do this because we don't have old school morals no more. We don't have the holiness church. We have gotten away from these. If you can have Satan and a Satan club in a school, and you can't have prayer in a school no more, our world is jacked up. So the church is going to be a little touched too.
But where is the standards? That's what I want to know. You know, they got the big...
You don't want me to pick on men. Most men are preachers. You don't want me to pick on men.
Well, no. We not with the... Here's what I'm saying to you. Where are the standards in the woman?
The standards are not there if they're not taught by our elders. Wait. Most of the elders in our era, they have died off. They gone. Our world is corrupt.
I get it. It's
few there be that find it.
I get what you said to me, caller. I'm getting what you said to me 100% effectively. However, there should be some type of standard in your own life that something to tell you, don't come out the house with clothes on. First of all, let's just go backwards. Where is the true identity of the women now? Everything is hid behind the wig, eyelashes, makeup, cosmetic. To me, as a man, to other men who I've talked with, they are saying that I can't get to know who she really is for her hiding behind what she got on and what she have on. I don't even see the real her. Her eyes is fake, them contacts. The eyelashes is fake. They dripping down over her eyes. Can't even hardly see her eyes with that. The nose. To find out those her real eyes or whatever. She got a wig on. There is nothing real about her. The first thing a woman do to a man, and when she step out with all that on is, she step out lying to him. Because you telling us that lie about what you got on, that this is you. The truth of it is, this is not you.
Oh, it's true.
We can't see you because this stuff you got on. The first lie in communicating with the man is, hey, you sure are pretty.
It's appearance. I agree.
Our appearance is already a lie. So what else can she offer? Where's her standards if she can't even appear to us who she really is? Why is she so ashamed of herself? So if she's ashamed of herself, how can she bring any leverage to a man's life? How can she even be an helpmeet?
It's a program. Oh, come on. Let's talk about this.
Everybody
got the cell phone in their hands.
Yeah.
And every time you turn on the cell phone, every time you pull up some kind of social media, TikTok, Facebook, whatever, we're programmed to look at these women in these bikinis. They got their makeup on. They got these dresses.
That's all they offering.
They got these tip-tucks. So we're comparing ourselves. Mm-hmm. I'm comparing myself to her because, I want myself to look as pretty as her.
Right.
Because of the response that she's getting. So over a decade or over time, we're being programmed in our minds. So it makes us feel insecure inside. And so we're comparing. We don't even know we're doing it most of the time. But because this is the fashion world, and this is just the world that we live in, and they put on the eyelashes, and they put on the makeup for the lens, for the camera. But when we see it, we think that it's a part of who she is, and because she's getting all of the accolades and she's in the spotlight and getting all the paparazzi, well, I'm going to wear some eyelashes too because I want that kind of attention. I want the love too. Every single woman on this earth, every single being on this earth wants to be loved. And so,
but that don't make a man love. That don't make a man love y'all by doing that. And I'm not saying you do it. I'm saying in general. That makes a man only enjoy you for that split moment of a second, bedroom time, and after bedroom, that's the end of it.
I agree.
So you can't be loved by being fake.
That's true.
So you're living a redundant situation. This is why they are alone. This is why no man would talk to them. This is why they only see them for a sex toy. Listen, ladies, and this lady on his phone is real as it's gonna get so far. Men will see you as a sex toy. You gotta distinguish: am I being used for a sex toy, or am I really gonna be loved by this man? Therefore, you should know this before you send your body through all that trauma, and then when you get through going through that trauma, you still alone.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you do this to yourself? And then you are a victim, and then when the right man do show up,
you don't know it's him.
You can't, because you got all these people that done dog you out. So if this man look at you a certain way, this man do a certain way, oh, he's just like Roger. I seen him do that before. You can't see the real him because the fake you bought the tickets from the fake man who you attracted. You attracted a fake man by the way your appearance is.
Yeah, I agree.
This is where it's at. Somebody said, hold on, some woman may feel self-conscious. Well, a woman should never, that looks like my sister-in-law. That is her talking. Hey, sis, how are you? A woman should never get to the point where she have to become disguised to be seen. To be in disguise is a deceitful and a deception, a deceiving lie. It's a deception. You shouldn't have to dress to be seen like that.
pick a fine time for men to speak out, because men have for a long time have kept their mouth closed. They're not going to tell us that they don't like the lashes and the makeup. We've been doing that for a long time.
Ooh.
Most men are just now speaking out just right now. So we
I've
didn't
been
know
speaking that all my life. I've been speaking about that all my life
because
because it's witchcraft. Do you know makeup? Now I'm gonna say this here because I did the my home assignments on the gospel and on different types of culture, like we talked about before, different cultural praises in the church. Some of these praises ain't even cultural. I mean, ain't even real. It's a cultural praise. But we're not gonna get into that right now. But we're gonna talk about how back in the day, years ago, back even when Jesus was walking earth, when they wore the wigs and when they wore all that stuff and they wore all that, they dressed up. Jezebel dressed up. Delilah, she dressed up to lower a man down. It was used for witchcraft. And this is what's going on. You're wearing the weaves, you're wearing the eyelash, the makeup, the eyes, and all that, putting on these clothes. You are essentially operating in witchcraft, and you're walking the earth to deceive someone.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why your marriage would not work. This is why you would not get in a relationship that's going to be serious, because you are a witch. You are dressed up like a witch, and we know that you are a witch, and we know that you only coming for to get. I told my son, do not let a $5 dress from Family Dollars, $2 pair of shoes, and a bottle of cocoa butter put you on child support for 21 years. Don't let it do it to you. It will. Because she dressed up. She sucks you in. You go in there. You intimate her without a condom. You have sex with her. She gets pregnant. She don't want you. She after you because she see you prospering. She see what you have in your pocket. And she see that she can capitalize on you, and so she gets pregnant by you and to take you down into the courtroom. Do not let that girl deceive you, son. Do not. If she can show you who she really is up front without all that cosmetics, then she can be real with you when it comes down to being with you in your life. I hear somebody talking about over the airways. I got real sensitive ears. What if she don't wear makeup and all that stuff and she still do it? The difference is she still didn't come up and deceive. She came straight forward, face first. She was seen, honestly. So he got took because he let her took him. But what you gonna do with one dressed up? Then you find out after it's all said and done, there is nothing on her that is real. I had an uncle that was dating this woman. I'm going to tell this story. And he went home to her. Everything you have to use to entice someone is witchcraft. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But it depends on the intent of the heart. The heart can be pure all it wants to. If the heart is pure, sis, you won't need cosmetic. If the heart is pure, that's what's going to reach the man, your heart. He going to hear your heartbeat. My uncle went to this house. He went out and he saw this woman. He went out and he was telling me the story, how pretty she was and everything. She was gorgeous. Folks, she was gorgeous, folks, he said. And he went home and spent a night with her. He said, and he said when he got there, he said he went home and spent a night when he woke up. There was another whole different woman. And he said he went around the house calling her, and she said, "Hey, I'm in here." But she was in there cooking the breakfast. She was cooking the breakfast. And he said, "Kid," she said, "I'm in here." He walked in there, and the woman that he went out with that last night looked totally different. She was ugly, he said. He said, straight up just ugly. Just straight up ugly. And he said he went around and said, "Oh, excuse me, ma'am, I'm looking for this woman." And he called her name. I'm not gonna call the lady name out. And he said he went through the house, and she kept saying, "Hey, I'm in here." He went all the way around. He said, "Look, I'm getting tired. I'm finna put my clothes on. Go, hey, tell her, listen, I got to go. I'll come back and I'll check up with her, and I'll deal with this lady." And the lady said, "It's me. You've been looking for me. It's me." He said, "You ain't her. You too ugly. You a housemaid. I'm gonna tell her you trying to get with me, and you supposed to be here cleaning her house up." She said, "Okay, let me go get her." She went back to the bathroom or whatever, got dressed, came out. He said, "Baby, where you been? Some ugly woman in his front and was in here cooking gonna tell me that she was you." "Baby, that wasn't you. I know you." The woman took off all her clothes, not all her clothes, but her makeup and everything, and laid it down. You hear me? Laid it down. And he looked at her and said, "No, you can't be her." She said, "It's me. You see me just take it off and I'm putting it back on. It's me." He said, "I did not. If I had seen you like this, I wouldn't have never come home with you." Look at the master of deception. We supposed to see your beauty, not your witchcraft beauty. Not your bewitching beauty. I want to see your natural beauty. The honest part of you. No, I don't have a car. I may not even have an education. But can you love me? I'm a genuine woman. I can love you back. I can help you build. I don't have all of this stuff. Be real with me. Let me see the real you. Let me, and I get on the men's and our men classes when I teach them that if you cheat on a woman, you wrong, because you should tell her, don't rob her of her decision. You know what I mean? Don't rob her of her decision. If you cheat, go be man enough to go home and say, "Baby, you know I cheated on you. Things wasn't going on between me." But you gonna lie and don't say anything about that situation. You gonna sit there and don't say nothing. You robbing that woman. And I think it's the same way. A woman should never rob a man of his decision of her by bewitching him with makeup. Your conversation should be strong enough to keep that man tuned. We got a comment here. Got one of my cousins here. "Hey, cousin, love you. I don't agree with that. I live holy. I do wear wigs because of a hair condition. But I am filled with the Holy Ghost. I don't operate in witchcraft." Never said that you wearing a wig is operating in witchcraft. I'm saying to any and every woman on here at this moment that, do that man know you before you wore all that? Did he fall in love with you without those cosmetics? Is what I'm getting at.
Speaker, I want you to know that, and I'm gonna interrupt you on that.
Go ahead.
In defense to your to the commenter.
Okay.
A godly woman that may have alopecia or
right.
be having some hair issue.
Right.
I think it is up to her
to do that. Yeah, that's fine.
To
yeah.
make it known, to let him know this is a wig. I have this particular
right.
condition or whatever. Once things get serious, okay. So, but I must say this for the women, and I think that the women before, so each woman in the segment that's in the 40s,
right.
Before that, I think that's where it stopped. It stopped in the 90s because as soon as the 2K came, the
right.
year 2000 came,
right.
that's when things took a shift.
Right.
So anything before that, we still had a chance.
Right.
And I think I blame our forefathers, I want to say, or either the mothers before us should have taught us, but because we didn't want to be treated the way that they treated us and how they were strict, we dropped the ball. Some mothers did. They dropped the ball and they treated their children with a lot more compassion, and they let them get away with a lot of things. They let them do a lot of things because of the way that they don't want to be treated and be strict on them, not knowing that they should have taught them in the way that they should have gone.
Right.
Because they would still have morals. They would still have values about themselves.
Right.
But we dropped the ball.
Right.
And so because one didn't teach one, now we're in a whole world of destruction.
Woo!
So now the men are just now saying, oh, you need to stop wearing this makeup. Now you're just now saying something. Okay, so maybe now we will listen. But I think that it should be up to each one to decide to be true to yourself first,
right,
so that you can be true to the person that you're dealing with. Other than that, we're going to keep going through this cycle.
That's true.
Of deception.
This is true.
Of deception. We can call it what we want. We can call it witchcraft. We can call it whatever we want to. But until we are real with ourselves,
right,
and until we let this forget embarrassment, it's time to be transparent.
Right.
Because of what they doing and putting on the screens in the world, man, we don't have a chance.
Right.
So what do we have to lose, people? What do we have to lose? You got to ask your call your children. What do you have to lose if you're transparent to tell a person, this is who I am? If they don't like it, skip the doodles and throw the pebbles across the dirt creek. But other than that, at the end of the day, you got to lay down by yourself, with yourself, go to see God by yourself. That's right. All I have to say. Be true, women. Who you are.
That's the facts right there. And when men can see that truth in you, as we get ready to exit this show, thank you, caller, for calling in.
You're welcome, sir.
When women can be true to themselves, every last one of you women, and y'all hear me before I exit off the show, when you can be true to yourself and go in the public not ashamed of yourself, love yourself, ladies. Them club girls, they love themselves. They ain't gonna let nobody tell them they ain't fine and pretty. And most of them go in the club, they ain't even got that mess on in their face and stuff. They natural. I'm talking to real club girls now. I ain't talking about these newcomers. I'm talking to real club girls. When you learn to do that, and the man can see you in the grocery store with your hair combed back and you ain't looking at your back, and that man tell you pretty, you better believe, girl, you a pretty thing. Listen, babies, I love y'all. Love all of y'all, but I've got to go. I want to do a part 3. They're going to be the final chapter next week of Church Girl versus Club Girl. That's going to do part 3 next week, and that's going to be the end of that. We're going to move to a very higher and stronger topic. I want to wish y'all all a good night, and let me tell you something. Ladies, love yourself. Because when you love yourself, we already love you. We just waiting on you to catch up with the love of your own. All right, I'm going to holler at y'all. See y'all next week. Same time, same place. Be there, be square.
Men's Roundtable Talk thanks you for joining this broadcast. We hope you have enjoyed today's broadcast. You can write Men's Roundtable Talk at effinetworks@gmail.com or 832-391-0157. We look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, take care of each other.